So, welcome to the Diversity Dynamics' office. We're about to just give a quick virtual tour so that you all can check out our space that we are renting, space that we're incubating in, and really our vision for being able to bring together black businesses to be able to grow into a place of mobility. And so this is just a space that we are doing that inside of. Uh, Here you'll be able to see some of the seals that we have. We've done those in a couple of different varieties, but one for social responsibility, one for families and fathers friendly, or family and father friendly, and then also one for environmental responsibility and excellence there. So we'll just come on inside. And so when you come in, yes, there are some things that represent my life in different ways, and just some art and things that I think are really phenomenal. You'll see some books and people that I've met in different ways, and Build Health Challenge and Fatherhood and Pop's 1966 Hall of Fame piece, my brother's Keeper stuff. And so to represent definitely myself is, I established the company, but when people walk in, uh, you'll see just a sign up book here, or a sign in book. And then next to that, do you need a job? We can start to create a list from there that will allow people to us to really follow up in an easier way. People come in all the time and looking for this or opportunity or whatever else it may be, and trying to figure out money and finance, but being able to just kind of start a job list. Who's looking? Who's in that place? And we can follow up in there. And I just said, start it on the second page so people aren't looking at folks' names and privacy in that way. And then here, what you'll see is an open source information cabinet. Okay, and what I mean by that is, I've been collecting information over the years, and just have a plethora of resources. And this is just kind of the beginning of what that is. But when I say open source, basically for folks, and you'll see why here in just a moment. But if you wanted to say, let's say you needed to do something on housing, right? So you could take this entire stack and be able to really look through and have some significant data, understanding, resources, all kinds of different stuff around housing. The same for college and mental health and jobs and senior and leadership and fatherhood and legal info and Kwanzaa and world travel and U.S. travel and transportation and trades training and faith stuff and youth information, community resources. There's stuff for free and cheap happenings. I have to get the updated version, but that kind of stuff. And that open source means that if you're working on something, if we're working on something, actually, all these are also areas that we are. There's enough relationships that we have over the years that can. That we are able to start building some systems, infrastructure, and network out of. And then in addition, you'll just see some things up here. Black College Tour. We want everybody to know about that. Just some different thoughts. How are the children? The sovereign, lover, warrior, magician, pieces from our past, and how we eat and how we be, and 30-day jump start, and Grasp does some wonderful social entrepreneurial things in terms of T-shirts, that kind of stuff. Turn over a new Leaf program, your rights at the Colorado Civil Rights Division, as well as DORA stuff, the Civic Network, which is phenomenal. So, as they're signing in, there's really just information. As well, after we've had some conversations, I'm just kind of having people put up resources here, legal resources, food, Alzheimer's stuff, batteries, real estate agents. I mean, we're gonna continue to build that wall, and so I say a lot of that because this is the space, unfinished, of course, but where we just want to put 5 workstations inside of one there, one there, one here, one here, and then one here. And this is really business incubator space. So we'll be able to, for a really low cost, people can come in. They have, access to the internet, access to printers, access to audio video stuff, access to our conference room as well. And our conference room is really a multifaceted place. And so we really want to be able to do strategic planning. Have boards and teams and such be able to come in, and as facilitation being my trade, I'm able to walk people through that process, and certainly have folks who are experts in all of the different areas able to come in and help. We also, again, just some more pieces. That's stuff that I use for Fatherhood Support Services as the board president. And then over here, you're going to see this starts our economic development or economic mobility. And so, I mean, everything from business planning to opportunities to the contract transportation stuff. I mean, all kinds of different things that are in there. Grant programs, federal, state, there's stuff on funders, angel investors, hard money lenders, real estate, all that. And then some of the other associations that I'm a part of: Colorado Black Leadership Coalition, NAACP, Denver African American Commission, Denver African American Philanthropists, and then some other books on building community and engagement. And then this here, you're going to see that's really for curriculum development. There's a bunch of stuff that we have in there. We have this, which is, we're going to continue to work on that, getting that to stay up there. But yeah, just some fun stuff on the actual podium. And then here you're going to see stuff for parents and children to be able to come in and do bonding. I mean, we want to be able to utilize the space for visitations, for mediations, when we get that certification, some of those things. And so, I mean, there's balls, there's books on parenting, there's games, and we have some other games as well. This is something that one of my old students built for me. This came from an FLTI gathering. I was part of FLTI for years, and just some things. I love this. Help me and let me help you. Bo mi name mama wo. That was a gift that I received. And then here, this space is really is going to be for larger businesses. This is just a business space for rent. Hopefully, this is where people are building into having not just themselves but a second employee as well, and they can put in a couple of desks in different ways, and or just utilize this in a way for a growing business that's already existing, or something that's expanding. Here you're going to see just our sitting room, and in a place where we can have one-on-one conversations, really get to know each other, or if there's other people sitting around, we can hang out, we can move chairs in from other places, more games. And then this, actually, that TV is about to go up as our media center, and we're going to mount that up on the wall and be able to hook up our laptops and have some other entertainment options in here and that kind of stuff. A few other, technology. And then here is Pioneering Denver, Metro Denver's New Melanated Economic Revolution. And that's a large part of our work in economic mobility. This is a website that for years we've been putting together, and now we are on some of the final stages of, and getting ready to launch. I mean, this is stuff and information from so many places. This is actually my office, and I know it looks crazy over there. That's kind of our last piece of putting organization together, and just some of my stuff over the years. But then here, you'll see this is just our our master planning board, and so I've just cleaned it off for a new week to come next week. But stuff that we need to do, facilitation and engagement is really our bread and butter, is in terms of a trade of diversity dynamics itself. Economic mobility is and equity is our focus area. And then we're part of several different, the economic development chair for the NAACP, other things like that, men and fathers, bridge building, community groups that we're part of. And Denver, Aurora, and so this really being our area for consulting, and for us to be able to work and build, and so this is where some of that empire building comes along, and so yeah, this is really, and I want to say, kind of in closing, is that this is a space for vision to grow, because it doesn't matter what how many times we sit down and meet with folks, and how many relationships we have and those kinds of things. What's really going to matter at the end of the day is that that we're in here in action, in doing, and we know all of the other pieces that need to go with that. But this is the physical space for the bodies to get moving, and this is just the beginning. We want this to expand exponentially and look like it being in your neighborhood, in your place, and having larger buildings to be able to do so. And we know there's lots of other incubator spaces that we can connect to, but this one is specifically for Black folks, and it's or African descended folks, and this is here, and it's here now. And so we want to be able to just get started. We're going to get started now, so you can definitely contact us at 303-731-6853, and we'll get back to you, or send an email to diversitydynamicsdenver@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you, and we'll get you in a space and get you set up, and you'll have access to everything that you need to build, grow, and prosper. Peace.